責めないで消さないで負けないで誰だって持ってるはず譲れないもの
Hey Yu-Gi-Oh worlds, this is Yu-Gi-Oh News where we'll be bringing you everything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, today on the schedule we have why is net decking bad? Why is being innovative worst? Right, we know we all have this problem, we'll tackle that in just a bit. Second on the schedule we have how to avoid being scammed online. We know we've all been there, we all traded online, we don't want to be the ones that get gypped out of our cards. And third on the schedule, buy or sell, where we bring you a list of cards you should buy or sell. Well, that's according to me. I'll have a couple guest juicers of sort, telling you more about their thoughts on the matter. All right. First of all, why is net decking bad? A lot of net deckers out there, a lot of people who don't have ideas of their own, a lot of people who may get made fun of because of that. All the time on Dueling Network, all I see is, oh, net decker, net decker, net decker. Well, let's be honest. Net decking will always be a thing, no matter what. If you see a deck doing well, you're gonna play it. Why is that? Because it's working, right? If it's not broken, don't fix it. That's one of the mottos I always live by. So why is net decking bad? Because I mean, let's be honest. You're gonna get side decked on, and if you're net decking, people will know what cards you are playing. All right? Some of the better players have good ideas on how to counter you, so when playing a deck is not always good to net deck, although the deck is going to work for you, it's going to work well, it's going to have consistency, but you want to throw your own ideas in there. But the second part of the question is why being innovative is a bad idea as well. Sometimes, and I've been guilty of this myself, you look through your common binder from like 2002, from Legend of Blue Eyes, from Metal Raiders, God forbid you find a Share the Pain. You're gonna use Share the Pain. Share the Pain, it gets over like lands, it gets over things like that, I think. But you're gonna want to try that out. Guess what? You don't have a monster, you draw Share the Pain, you're screwed. You could have drawn a Torrential, you could have drawn a Mirror Force, you could have lived a turn longer, you could have drawn something else. Well, looking through your box of commons from older sets, or rares, or secrets, or whatever it is that you have at home to try to give your deck a new niche. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be situational. You don't want to do something that's going to put you in a position that you're going to lose later on. Maybe, let's say round 10 where you're playing for your invite. You don't want to draw that card, maybe you do want to draw it. Being innovative is not the best thing. Try things that work. That's what I always tell my friends, try things that work. They work for a reason, they've been broken for a reason. Alright, second on the list today is how to avoid being scammed online. I don't like trading online. I usually just, if I'm going to buy something from the internet, I go to eBay, I go to a site where I'm guaranteed I'm going to get something in return, or my purchase is being protected. Second thing, when you go on Facebook, they always have a list of references. You want to check them, you want to make sure you get your whoever you're trading with checked out first. I know some people try to do the whole you put a post, ask for references. Don't do that unless you know the person who's telling you that he's a trusted trader. Don't trade with him. He could have a bunch of friends, he could have other profiles saying that he's a trusted trader. Try to avoid that at all costs. You want to keep your cards, I want you to keep your cards, so let's try to play it safe here. And you know, I'm sure you work hard to get those cards. You got them in trades. You had to hassle a little bit. Try to keep them. And next, for buy or sell, here's a couple cards that I'm high on. If you have Trishulas, if you bought them for $40, keep them. You never know if the next list we're gonna get OCG list or not. Just keep them and see what happens. I mean, you already spent $40. You have salt all over your shoulders. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. All right, just keep your cards. You don't need to sell it for $14. It's like $14 now, or $5, or $10, or whatever it is. You don't want to lose money on that. Just keep it. You might come off the ban list next time, or you might come off the ban list like 3 years from now. You'll make your profit then, right? Another one that I just saw recently go up, and I've been very high on, is XYC Encore. It was $5 last week. It's $10 this week. I thought I saw it spike up to 13 today. So you might want to keep those. If you have any, or if you see any of them value low, pick them up. You need those. You're going to need those for decks later on. There are a lot of decks that are going to exceed later. There are decks that don't have a lower rank exceed on their side deck, on their extra deck, I mean. So you want to go ahead and keep that card. You want to play it in your side deck. You want to do a lot of things. Also, if you have pinpoint cards, sell them now. They're not going to get any better. They're not going to get any higher. You need to sell them. There's no stratus to go with them. You can't have a search unless you find a deck that you need them and you're playing against a deck that doesn't pop back row. God forbid an MST comes your way, right? You want to sell those now. You want to sell them for as high as you can. Alright, and the last card on the list to buy or sell, Mirror Forces. You want to buy them, you want to buy Supers, you want to buy Ultras. Alright, they've been very sad on their price, but I think they're going back to 3. You're going to need them, get them now while they're cheap, alright? Also, get the staples. All the staples that came into the ban list now, Monster Reborn, Torrential, Compulse, let's see, high rarity staples. If somebody's valued them low, get them now because they are gonna come back. I am pretty high on those. Get them now. Try to also a tip. I also try to pick up cards that are on the ban list. You never know when they're gonna come back. I'm very high on Super Rescue Cats now. I don't think they're gonna come back to 3, but they might be seeing some action at 1 now. The Rescue Rabbit is at 1 as well. So go ahead and pick those up, and I am out. Thank you for watching.